Hi, I'm Mary from Blick Art Materials. I'd like to share an exciting process with you in which we'll be making flexible bowls or vessels using gel medium, wire form mesh, and various papers and paints. We call this project Jelly Bowls. We're going to begin with a sheet of nonstick paper. We'll use this as a base for this project. I've cut baker's parchment into a square and taped it onto a rigid board, keeping it as smooth as possible. I've drawn a circle. Mine is about 8 inches, but any size will do. I also have a sheet of wire form mesh. It bends easily, but holds its shape really well and can be cut with scissors. When you cut your mesh, make sure that the circle you cut is just slightly smaller than the one that you've drawn. So I'm going to apply a thick coat of gel medium within this circle. You don't have to be very precise here. An uneven edge is fine, and the gel that's against the paper will be the outside of the bowl, so it will be smooth. The gel medium looks white out of the jar, but dries clear. I'm going to set this aside to dry. Here's one that's already dry, and I've started to create my first layer of artwork. This will actually be done in reverse, because what we put down first will be visible from the other side, and we'll build up the composition in layers. At this point, you may choose to use paint directly on the dry gel medium, or you could choose to do some collage work by applying decorative papers, photocopies, drawings, or anything you'd like to include in your bowl. I'm just doing a simple leaf pattern in acrylic paint for my first layer. Once my first design layer is complete and dry, I'll place the wire form mesh circle in the center, and then I'll go back to my jar of gel medium. I'm going to apply a very heavy coat over the mesh so that it really covers the layers that we've already put down. We're going to use a generous amount here. Now we'll be ready to do the final layer of artwork that will be visible from the other side of the bowl. At this point, I'd like to add some decorative papers. I'm going to add some fossil leaves. And you can even sprinkle a few beads into the design. So once you're done with this layer, you're going to set it aside to dry completely. Allow the last layer to dry. If you see any milky areas of gel, it's not dry yet. The whole thing should look completely clear. The most exciting aspect of this project is to pull the entire piece away from the parchment paper and reveal your masterpiece. At this point, if you want, you can trim any irregular brush edges with scissors. You could also use objects to serve as feet or foot ring of your vessel once you decide which surface you prefer for the outside. Now you can bend and shape your piece into almost any bowl shape. Of course, you can move away from the circle as a starting point and make a vessel or sculpture of any design. Thank you for joining me. You can get a step-by-step version of this and other projects at dickblick.com/lesson plans.